Good morning, America! Welcome back to Barbed Wire News, where we offer the best, razor-sharp news that even the weakest of farmer hands can grasp. I am Anthony Lee, and this is Evan Lin. Today, we will be addressing the rising issue of artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence, AI, machine learning, robots. Whatever you want to call it, what is it? The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines it as a branch of computer science dealing with the simulation of intelligent behavior in computers. For the past 60 years, the concept of creating a sentient, conscious being has been an interest of scholars, citizens, and politicians across the world. Many people doubt the possibility of that we, as humans, can create such intelligent creatures. But recent developments have suggested otherwise. What do you think, Anthony?
That's right, Evan. In fact, as humans, we have already been able to incorporate artificial intelligence into many of our products today. For example, Siri in your iPhone, Amazon Alexa, Google Home, self-driving cars, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, even websites like Turnitin use artificial intelligence algorithms every day to fulfill your needs. You might not know this, but Americans have been trying to use artificial intelligence since the Cold War. Back then, the Automatic Language Processing Advisory Committee, or ALPAC, was created to develop an AI program that could immediately translate Russian to English. While it might have only been able to translate a few Russian words automatically, the headlines it created sparked interest in the media that is still influential today. We can see modern examples of ALPAC's work in things like Google Translate. It's amazing to see how far AI has really come. Although the government doesn't currently recognize AI research as valuable, many tech companies like Google, Microsoft, Apple, and Tesla are all racing to tap deeper into the potential of artificial intelligence.
Indeed. Today, AI is prevalent throughout our daily lives. It's in our economy, our healthcare, our education, the list goes on and on. But the problem is, should it be? Should we allow these computers to integrate themselves into our daily lives? What will we give up as a result of giving them control over us? What would happen if we trust the computer to safely drive our cars, to make our clothes, toys, and technology, to even save someone's life? The problem of artificial intelligence is not only a problem of tomorrow, it's a problem of today. And because it's a worrying trend for many Americans, this topic should be thoroughly examined.
In fact, already 5 out of every 6 Americans today use a product or service that features artificial intelligence. What am I doing? I'm sorry, this is no laughing matter. And 3 out of 4 of these Americans also believe that it will change our lives in the coming century. As the younger generations get more inclined to using artificial intelligence, we have to start planning for the future. What are the implications of AI? And is it smart to continue down the path we are currently headed? Evan, I'm sorry, but I didn't know your mustache was fake. My lord, I'm sorry. Continue.
We'll continue.
Right.
I can't grow facial hair. On one hand, artificial intelligence is beneficial. With the promise of efficiency and consistency from a task, it could make some tasks a lot easier for humans to handle, such as farming and other factory-based labor, which in turn could help the overall productivity of the economy. On the other hand, artificial intelligence can do the same jobs from Americans from across the country. The evolution of artificial intelligence can also pose a threat to our safety and privacy. We'll take a look now to AJ Kim, currently reporting at Boston Dynamics in Boston, looking at how artificial intelligence may be used for good.
Thanks guys. I'm here at Waltham, Massachusetts at the Boston Dynamics headquarters. Here they develop robots that have the speed, strength, and dexterity of that of a human. Behind me right now is Atlas. It's a humanoid robot and it can perform tasks like that of a human. I mean, look at it go. Whoa! That's impressive. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what AI can do. Whoa, don't worry guys, it's okay. Back to you guys at the studio.
Well, thank you, AJ. That's all we have for you tonight, folks. This is Anthony Lee.
And Evan Lin.
And we are Barbed Wire News. Have a great night. Alright.
Good job today.
Yeah, you too. Alright.
Hey, turn the camera off!
Over these past few years, focus on economy in the job sector has really heated up, with Trump's tax cuts seeking to increase spending and thereby inflating overall real wage. Of course, economy is important in every way, but where does artificial intelligence fit on the supply and demand curve? It is strange how economists believe that machines like Siri or smart tissue autonomous robots, or STARTs, can take jobs from our workers. While this phenomenon may be true, it is inevitable in this economy. For increases in one area, decreases will always arise. There will be less jobs available for specific labor industries where robots can replace skilled and unskilled workers. For example, the medical engineering industry will suffer as well as the manual labor sectors. Don't get me wrong, by suffer I mean the jobs in those areas, not the industry itself. In fact, when viewing the future of the US and its large-scale economy, automation of jobs actually lowers the cost of production. Evidently, the job decrease has numerous other contributing factors that are on a much grander scale than AI ethics. But increase in demand stems primarily from consumers who have more disposable income. Such income comes from increased wages, which are products of lower production costs. As we lose jobs in primary and secondary sectors, labor costs in research industries and technology business industries decrease. Regarding the actual manufacturing jobs, well, there will be less, of course. The benefit is also prominent, though. The jobs that do not suffer, research, engineering, management, and all sectors will experience a great increase in real wages. Because real wages is the consensus measure of economy based on the rest of the citizens, the US economy will show growth. Automated labor boasts increased efficiency and consistency. In fact, I remember a study done by the Science Translational Medicine Journal. IS, a robot carried out a procedure called intestinal anastomosis on a pig, which involves sewing its intestines back together. The procedure requires meticulousness and precision in sealing the lining and preventing leaks. The STAR robot did the same procedure along with experienced surgeons. Comparing the results of man versus AI, the STAR made more consistent stitches with less leakage. In these routine operations, robots excel in meeting standards and have little standard deviation within work and a smaller margin of error. With automated workers and AI filling the work of innumerable human workers, the aggregate labor cost for companies also decreases, and as a result, technological advancements skyrocket along with consumer spending. That is not to say I forget about those who have lost their lower level jobs. The lower labor costs and quicker intelligence developments will produce machines with their own needs. Caretaking, fixing, and almost secretary-like jobs were birthed from the human-like robot. Those jobless workers can convert their experiences to AI-related labor. Not only does AI compensate for a number of lost jobs, but it also boosts the technology job sector. It's obviously evident that AI is in a modern battle with education.
I know that the economic effects of AI are the main repercussions, but what can such technology offer for the future, for the rising generations? Here to answer the questions we have are Bill Gates, who has worked with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and has contributed over $240 million to a program called Personalized Learning. Education is the foundation for the future. So, Bill, you have anything to say?
Let me just say this first and foremost. The state of education is not good. Fortunately, both the pros and cons of AI learning programs can fill the faults of education. I do admit a huge flaw that will probably take millennia, if at all, to incorporate into AI is creativity and the ability to evolve on its own. It is a downside of AI, but an encouragement for the education system.
So, what is the current education system? How will the AI meet your goal of personalized learning?
Schools, especially higher education, have been shifting farther and farther away from creative education. Teachers now focus primarily on lesson plans and the core syllabus rather than spending time with students individually. AI will allow teachers to essentially break free of their role as a sage on a stage method of teaching and transition into a research counselor of sorts. Instead of focusing on planning the course rather than delivering it, teachers can employ AI, who excel in data analysis and deep learning. These programs can better facilitate the technicalities of teaching, This is because AI programs process the student's work in each specific field of study and better tunes the education style to match that student's weakness. That is not to say teachers themselves will become obsolete. Teachers will work with the students after they have built a strong base from the AI. Teachers can link the students to the real world with projects involving the learned material. Not only does this method allow students to apply knowledge and believe it's useful, but the method also emphasizes group work. So, effectively, AI-educated students are challenged by each other and real-world scenarios.
Holy bolts! That sounds like a very charged perspective you've developed. But your vision seems to target students. You mentioned that teachers will not become obsolete. How will the teachers meet this new wave of AI?
Teachers, too, can integrate. So just as online learning programs can link students worldwide and ideas worldwide, such programs can also connect teachers, especially with the education and training conferences. AI can incorporate much more free choice. So currently, conferences are completely mandated by admins who decide that what the teachers should focus on. However, with programs like content technologies and Teachable, utilize CTI to create a set of programs or worksheets for their students rather than abide to a core curriculum conjured by admins. These can select the functions that they want to give to students.
Well, what about teachers themselves?
Haha, I was getting to that. In addition to AI, like Teachable, there are online overseas teacher conferences that stress skill specificity. Google's Education on Air and Global Education Conference allows educators to put in specific goals and become connected through workshops dealing with their chosen topics. Ultimately, teachers, students, and education receive a wider view from artificial intelligence.
Another field of interest is artificial intelligence in the military, as the Department of Defense has increasingly began using AI. Soon, robots will replace humans on the battlefields.
The power of AI in the military is formidable. Creating it would allow for efficient software systems that can rapidly adapt to our needs based off of deep learning algorithms. We could use it in surveillance, track the faces of potential threats before they even become a threat. We could use it to control our drones, our vehicles, all of this. AI could be the future of warfare and replace the many casualties of war with only broken machines.
Do you know how the US is currently using it?
You know I can't release classified information. The only thing I can confirm is that America is working on developing an artificial intelligence system to detect nuclear missiles. We hope to develop this technology in order to protect against threats such as North Korea, to shoot down their missiles before they even launch.
Sorry if I may ask, but isn't President Trump working with North Korea to denuclearize? Why would we need this technology if Kim Jong-un decides to give up its nuclear weapons?
I'm sorry, but you are wasting my time now. I told you I only wanted to talk about artificial intelligence and that is it. Do not involve me in this nonsense. Thank you.
Okay, I understand. Thank you for your time. Welcome back to Employment Planet. Today we'll be locating a common species known as the homeless sapien, more commonly referred to as the unemployed American. Following a rise in automation in the year 2018, many Americans were unafraid of the implications of the rapidly evolving technological industry, simply dismissing this as a silly paranoia. A Gallup poll conducted during that year found that only 23% of Americans were afraid of losing their jobs to artificial intelligence, while the other 77% reported to be either not too worried or not worried at all about this possibility. A McKinsey Global Institute analysis of 750 jobs concluded that 45% of paid activities could be automated using currently demonstrated technologies, and 60% of occupations could have 30% or more of their processes automated. A more recent McKinsey report, Jobs Lost, Jobs Gained, found that 30% of work activities could be automated by 2030, and up to 375 million workers could be affected by emerging technologies. Despite professional reports on the possibility of an AI takeover in markets all across the globe, politicians have done nothing to address the worried individuals who constantly begged for regulation of the development of the artificial intelligence industry. Tech evangelists Bill Gates and Elon Musk both offered proposals such as a robot tax or a universal basic income. Yet neither of these demands were met with serious action from the White House. Former President Donald Trump gave little to no effort during his presidency to consider the possibility of automation in the industry. Now, despite our booming economy, more and more humans are becoming unemployed. Being unemployed threatens the well-being of our species. Without their main source of survival, money, they face the threat of extinction. They are unable to find shelter, food, and healthcare that can only be found in the wild with money. Now let us go find one for us to examine. This is Benedict, former factory worker. Despite being a loyal follower of his pack leader, also known as employer John, he was kicked from his home, the factory, and was left to fend for himself.
Jobs.
The invasive species known
Jobs.
as the robot
Jobs.
displaced him.
Jobs,
Having lived in
please.
the comforts of employment for the past 20 years or so,
Please.
he is unaccustomed
Jobs.
to the cruel outside world of
Jobs.
unemployment. Without any
Jobs.
friends or family, Benedict is a lone wanderer, seeking the confines of a new home to shelter him from impending dangers, such as using paper-thin toilet paper, having no Wi-Fi, or even worse, chlamydia. He is disheveled, malnourished, and this stench reeks from a radius of 50 miles away. If you listen carefully, you can hear his mating call.
Jobs. Jobs. Please.
Magnificent. Now let's get a better examination of our fellow subject today. In order to take a closer look, we must slowly attract the creature to us, so we will lure him with a bait. The bait is ready.
Oh. Yes. 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 The equality. The food. The opportunity. Thank you.
Bullseye.
Hey! Hey! No! Please! Please! Who are you? We're here to get you. Destroy your dream.
Surprisingly, Benedict was far more cooperative than we expected, so we were able to do very thorough research of our subject.
Oh. Ah. What do you want?
So, Benedict, how did you end up here?
Yeah, they took my job. And I was a darn good worker too. I worked like a stallion. I didn't say nothing. 9 to 5, I was cleaning all the halls for hours, no complaining, no slowing down. I was just doing my job. And they took it.
Benedict has no family nor friends. All of them were killed by a self-automated Uber one day when they were crossing the highway to White Castle.
Dude, those darn machines are evolving so fast that it's been quite a struggle for me to even find a job for myself. I held on to a job as a secretary once, but I got replaced by that little Amazon doohickey. What's it called again? Amazon Albert?
Robots have been growing at such a rapid pace that they have been proven to be far more efficient than humans when it comes to productivity. This trend of robot predators feasting on the jobs of the human prey has been going on since the 1930s. Beginning with the agricultural section, farmers began losing jobs due to the increased use of agricultural inventions, such as the fertilizer and the tractor. They automated processes like picking crops and planting seeds, promoted a more bountiful growth for the plants, and simplified farming operations as a whole. This evolution of technology slowly began to creep in the industrial section and now even in businesses such as driving. In 2018, Uber introduced a new species to their genus, the self-driving taxi. This species, although very helpful, has proven to be a burden as well. It has been known for recklessly killing innocent bystanders due to its insanely fast speeds, hard-hitting power, and slow reflexes. However, these uncertainties regarding safety have not halted operations like Uber, In fact, they plan to continue to develop their highly unpredictable technology, suggesting that the industry's forward direction in automation and consequently stripping jobs from a plethora of industries from car manufacturing workers to even Uber drivers. Despite the dangers of these new species being introduced by the tech industry, the organization in charge of analyzing and maintaining the balance of the environment, the government, has done little to nothing to address the millions of unemployed Americans across the nation.
So I'm Benny. Benedict, yeah. If I make a shot, can I get a job? Yeah. All right. Well, they used to call me Hot Hand Benedict Arnold.
Okay, thanks for your time.
Oh.
You can go. Wait, what?
So I'm done now? I'm just wondering, are you guys hiring? I'm not half bad myself. I graduated middle school, I got a GED, and I can do a hand cartwheel. I can even speak a little bit of Spanish.
No, we're good.
No, please, take my resume. Puedo hablar español, please.
Today, the government has been trying to right their wrongs and fix the ongoing crisis, but they have taken action far too late. A Harvard Business Review reported back in February of 2018 that the best option the government should have taken to address the crisis was to raise government funding in education, because as an article mentioned prior, the main reason why there is speculation of a wave of job replacements is because many Americans lack high enough education to be steadily employed within a job that a robot cannot do. Robots as of now lack human characteristics, such as creativity, interpersonal relations, caring, emotional range, and complexity, dexterity, and mobility. So, by raising education funding by the government, more and more Americans across the country will be able to be qualified enough to maintain a job, rather than be unemployed. Overall, the government has taken far too many mistakes in the past, and now, because of the inaction, it looks as though a brighter future for tomorrow may never come.
Still on? Yeah, oh, yeah, shoot, it is. Okay. Alright. Hello, peasants. My name is Antonius Lin, but you can call me Dr. Lin for short. This is the first video of my new video log series, or what the hip kids call it nowadays, my vlog series. I hate kids. Anyways, I'll be talking about, well, it'd be easier for me to just show you, so... This is my new project, my new endeavor, my new beauty. I call it Austin Who. I was gonna call it Cyborg, but, Austin Who just seemed more fitting. Anyways, just look at him. He's beautiful, isn't he? Alright. Anyways. You see, I'm not just a doctor. I'm a scientist. I come from a small town called Raskin Ridge. And as a young child, I would always build my own robots, trying to make them do my daily tasks, instead of going outside and playing with friends. Truthfully, my only friends were the robots I made. As I've studied to become a doctor, I've learned that humans and robots really aren't very different. I found that there are, in fact, too many similarities and too little distinctions. Their movements, thought processes, potential for emotion, they're just like us. That's what brought me to this idea. I'm gonna create a masterpiece, a robot that utilizes artificial intelligence to do whatever I please, just like when I was a kid. Except instead of pouring me a glass of milk, that little cutie over there will do it all. He'll get my mail, finish my taxes, calculate how my health is, read to me in bed, sing the Spotify top 50 to me, eat with me, live with me. You see, I lost my family when I was very young. Austin Who will replace him for me. Alright. All I've got to do is finish him up. I'm actually going to finish soon, just as soon as I fix up his leg and rewire a couple loose threads in his brain. Well then, compadres. Compadres. What does that even mean? Anyways, well, friends, I'll see you all again, but next time with a completed Austin Who. Alright, so I heard you can make money off of vlogging on this website called YouTube. What if I just copy this Riscom guy? He seems exciting. Okay. Alright. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, Dr. Lin, back with another exciting new vlog. Before we continue, make sure to smash that like button down below and hit that subscribe button. Now, look at what we have here. I wonder what it could be. Oh, shit. Oh. Alas! My new creation. Meet my new companion, Austin Who. Why don't you say hi, Austin?
Hi.
Oh, isn't he cute? I ran into a few networking troubles last night, but I got them all tweaked out, and well, here he is! Now, as I said before in my previous video, if you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend you check it out before the rest of this video. A link in the description down below, like over there, right there. In my last video, I've talked about how the main framework and drive of this man of a machine was artificial intelligence. Over the next few months, hopefully, I'll be teaching him the basics of life. Oh yeah. Within his programming, I extensively developed an immensely expansive neural network and capability for machine learning, which he will obviously use to learn how to help me. But that's just a long time coming. For now, just baby steps. Isn't that right, Austin?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy, Austin. I gotta teach you some jokes for those lady robots. Alright, well, I'll see you guys later. Where is it? Oh, here, yeah. Alright, there. Yo, what's up, guys? Sorry for the wait. I decided to take a few months off to work on Austin. Anyways, I'm Dr. Lin, and welcome to my vlog. Cue the intro! Cool, right? Austin made it for me. That's right, he made it. In the past few months, Austin's learned a lot. He's learned how to read books, make me breakfast, and even play the guitar. Austin, come here. Alright, well, show them your new discovery. He's really into dancing nowadays. Okay, so as I was saying, Austin's machine learning has really kicked in the past few weeks. Other than teaching him cute little actions, I've also taught him the study of science, technology, and all the inner workings of AI. He's also developed some emotions. Watch this. Hey, Austin, how does the lion like his meat? Roar! Look at it, like rare but roar. Oh boy. Sometimes I really do crack myself up. Okay, basically, he's really been gaining traction. I don't know what else to say. Sometimes I would see him playing cards on his own, or reading books by himself. I would see him occasionally reading some books called, like, 1984. Was it 1985? No, 1984. Or The Hunger Games. To be honest, I literally have no clue what those books are or how he got them. What do you do? Wow. Well, look at that, guys. He's dancing on his own. Look at him go. Alright, let's calm down now, okay? Just stop dancing for a second or two, okay? Yeah, okay. Your dancing isn't as good as you think, okay, Austin, so. Anyways, guys, it looks like Austin isn't learning as well as I thought he's been, so we'll have a little talk later, okay? I'll see you guys later. Gosh damn, I can't find this button. Oh, it's right here, okay. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm streaming this live in case something happens. I'm hiding in my room right now. Austin's been acting kind of funny lately. He won't let me be alone. He's either always listening closely or watching me nearby. I'm not too sure what's wrong with him. Maybe he's been reading too many books. I don't know. I try to operate on him and fix him, but he just won't let me. Sometimes I see him dancing randomly. Something's definitely wrong with him. Something else happened this week. My old childhood robot, Gilgamesh, actually broke down and died. He used to get my dad's newspaper for me and clean my room. He was so diligent, so honest, so simple. Unlike someone else. Oh, Gilgamesh, I miss you. May you rust in peace. Oh my god. Oh, I haven't laughed that hard in a while. Why am I laughing? This is no laughing matter. Anyways, I think I'm gonna have to put Austin on a commission. He's a failed experiment. The emotions he developed are way too spontaneous and passionate for me. It really disturbs me that he's become like this. I put no emotional input when I was creating him. I guess the machine learning really has gotten out of hand. I'm gonna get rid of his power source first thing in the morning, and hopefully that'll do that. Austin, what are you doing? Austin? Austin, stop! Austin!
Wow. What did I just watch?
I don't even know. I feel like I just watched some dumb project made by some even dumber AP US government history juniors.
They probably had budget cuts. And didn't those people look like just like us?
I don't know, but they were incredibly handsome.
Well, robots seem pretty scary.
Yeah, but at the same time, robots and artificial intelligence seem revolutionary for our economy. They increase work efficiency exponentially and open the path for crazy tech that we wouldn't even have dreamed of a few decades ago. I mean, who expected that today we would be chatting with an AI in our phones? Watch this. Hi Siri, what's my name?
You're Anthony. But since we're friends, I get to call you Maladroit Ape.
See? It's so smart that it knows the word maladroit. I don't even know that.
That's true, but at the same time, Americans should be concerned about the rapid evolution of technology. I'm not saying we're gonna have Skynet or anything, but I'm still pretty concerned about how people might begin to lose jobs across the country. I mean, Uber now has cars that can drive on their own. Amazon is now starting to use drones to deliver packages, and enterprise software, automated telephone systems, and mobile apps are now starting to replace secretaries, phone operators, and executive assistants. These industries are practically denying jobs to humans for more efficient robots.
But at the same time, these innovations are super beneficial for business. By cutting down on human error and having a large supply of robots who don't need food, water, healthcare, or wages, we can maximize the productivity of businesses across the world. I recall that Paul Daugherty, the CTO of Accenture, stated that AI has increased the productivity of markets by about 40% in the last few decades.
Well, shouldn't the government, more specifically Congress, do something to address the problem of unemployment due to AI? Tech geniuses such as Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and the late Stephen Hawking all advocated for tighter regulation of the AI industry, and yet I don't recall Trump ever talking about the robots before.
Well, actually, Congress has done something about AI. It's not groundbreaking, but they have introduced a few bills addressing the use of AI. One of the bills, the Future of AI Act, is a bipartisan bill that proposes establishing a generalist body to study and provide advice on AI issues. This one seems pretty harmless in itself, and it's actually quite helpful. However, the other two bills might run into some trouble.
What do you mean?
The two other bills introduced are called the Self-Drive Act and the AV Start Act. The Self-Drive Act functions to address the safety of automated vehicles, and the AV Start Act is a companion bill that acts in a similar fashion. These bills are criticized mainly from states who are already experimenting with the implementation of auto-driving vehicles and welcome the introduction of Uber's new self-driving cars with open arms. The two bills feature statutory provisions that will immediately impact through the preemption of certain state laws.
Well, either way, I'm more concerned about what should be done. One thing that I would think would be helpful in counteracting the threat of unemployment is a universal basic income. If everyone gets a certain amount of money which they can live off of, artificial intelligence could at least exist without ruining the lives of others.
That could work, especially considering the amount of profit the government would get from incorporating artificial intelligence into their own operations as well.
But I'm still a little on the edge about how AI can eventually outsmart us. I mean, think about it like this. How did we, as humans, able to rise to the top of the natural caste system? It was neither strength or speed, but intelligence. If AI becomes more intelligent than us, or should I say, when AI becomes more intelligent than us, what's going to prevent the AI from taking our spot?
So you are afraid of Skynet?
I'm just playing with the possibility.
You have a good point though. Honestly, without proper consideration, that could become a legitimate issue. In my opinion, one solution could be to redirect the funding from AI capability research to AI safety research. Since private businesses are the main benefactors of AI research, one way Congress can become involved is by passing a bill, which mandates that businesses disclose and properly distribute their AI funds. For example, corporations like Apple not only have to tell the government how much money they plan on spending towards AI, but they also have to allocate a set percentage of these funds on AI safety.
Well, that could solve the problem of later, but what should be done about the problem of now? To fix that, I propose we start funding education more so that people can occupy higher level occupations. As of current, AI has more potential to take more mundane industrial jobs. By redirecting money towards education, more people can occupy jobs that AI cannot manage yet.
Wow, that's actually a pretty good idea. You know, I think...
Kids, go to sleep.
Oh shoot, sorry Dad. He's right, we should probably head to bed. We have to film that Gov project tomorrow, and I really don't want to be tired for that.
Yeah, you're right. Let's leave. Let's go over here.
Yeah, the boy me like this.